I was just in a bad place, and that bad place suddenly grew into my identity. I started living sad all the time. I stopped trying to make up for how much I was eating by purging all the time. I just didn't care anymore. Not caring anymore caused me to implode into myself and live in this dark place where I just didn't want to exist. And the only thing that I thought made me feel better was eating. And I mindlessly went through my days eating night and day, and it didn't make me better because I kept getting worse. And at some point, I started to forget that my kids really do need me. And I thought they're better off without me anyhow because I'm a broken mess. And if you're a broken mess too, maybe it's hard, but they need you. Your family needs you. Your loved ones need you. And I know what it's like to slip so far down that you feel like you don't have any use for anyone, including yourself. But there is light at the end of the tunnel if you're willing to say, hey, she knows where I was. I can get out of this too. Maybe, maybe I can. That maybe, that little string of hope that you may get listening to my story, it will propel you forward. So cling to that little bit of hope and start to listen to my videos about how to experience emotional healing and stop overeating for your emotions. Stop comfort eating. Stop binge eating and stop burying those feelings down, because every time we shove that food into our mouth and we think we're shoving our feelings down too, we're just pushing them down further. And somehow, when they're further down, they seem to grow a lot and fester there. And they don't heal with the food. You don't get comforted. You, as a matter of fact, as much as you feel, oh, yes, I'm just going to have some whatever, and you have this sense of relief. For me, a minute or two after I was finished, I was like, oh my God, I just ate the extra large family size of chips within 25 minutes. Again, oh my gosh, why did I do that to myself again? And it was a horrible feeling, because then I'd live in the regret, then I'd live in the guilt and the shame, and I'd want to cover it up again, and I would eat again. And 350 pounds came really fast for me. I stayed in the weight gaining mode for about 4 years, and I just kept eating to bury my eating and isolating because I was trying to hide my eating and disappearing from my family and my friends and the world and life and myself because I couldn't stand how I'd become. I felt I was weak. I felt I was useless. I felt I had no purpose anymore. I felt like I had nothing to offer anyone anymore. And that was such a lie, because inside was the person you see today. Inside was that person whose eyes were waiting to sparkle again and whose face was waiting to shine again with happiness and joy. And that's inside you too. No matter how deep down you are right now in that place, taking a little step forward, and that may be just today saying, oh, she did it. Maybe I can too. Even that is a start, and it's a powerful start. So give yourself the opportunity to say, maybe I can do it too, because you can. And maybe it feels impossible, because it did for me. But as daunting and overwhelming as it was, I clawed my way out of it. I found ways to emotionally heal and get past the hurts I had, get past all of those people I had not forgiven and I carried within me. They're gone. I don't do it anymore. And that healing was the best gift I've been given as a mature person, because it allowed me to live free of pain for the first time in my life. And you know what? Free of pain doesn't mean I don't have painful circumstances in my life, because I'm going to tell you right now, I do. I have some very challenging circumstances. And if I were to tell you, you'd say, oh my gosh, really? Really? But I don't dwell in that place. I don't dwell in self pity. I don't dwell in, I wish this circumstance was different. I just get through my days doing what I can to make life good, to be present for my loved ones, to be present for myself, to keep moving forward with faith, to keep moving forward with joy. And yes, I do choose to be joyful, and I choose to dwell on the positive things and the things I have to be grateful for, because if I didn't, I'd still be 350 pounds and I'd still be miserable and sad. Miserable isn't even the right word. Sad isn't the right word. I was in absolute devastation. I just couldn't handle any more pain. And I thought eating was the answer. I thought depression was the answer, but it wasn't. My kids now are so happy to have me back. And it's not like I try to make up for it anymore. I did at first. I put a lot of effort into trying to make it up for them, but I don't do that anymore. I just try to be present when they need me and guide them when I can and help where I can. But it's not that I live in regret anymore, so I don't feel like I have to make up for things all the time anymore. I know that who I am and being my best me is what's best for them, because that way I'm the best role model I can be. That way I show them, you know what, circumstances can be difficult, but here you can choose how to get through them. You can choose how you process it and how you react to it. And I choose to face those things with faith, with joy, with using the tools I talk about all the time. And it leaves me in a happy, peaceful place. And that would not be something I ever believed in had you told me 3 years ago, but it's the truth. So I want you to know, if you're in that deep, dark place and you've withdrawn even from the people that love you the most, you can get out of it too. Leave me a comment and let me know that you want to step out of that place and you have a shred of hope, a string of hope, saying, yes, I do want to get out of this place. I'll show you what I did to come out of that place and show you how I lost 200 pounds in 23 months. My weight loss journey has been life-altering, literally from the inside out. Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up and keep coming back for more.